The Boy Who Didn't Want to Sleep. In a small and cozy room, where soft light from a night lamp filled the corners with warmth, there lived a little boy who never wanted to go to sleep, no matter how tired he felt. Because to him, bedtime always felt like the end of something exciting, as if all the fun in the world would continue without him the moment he closed his eyes. Every night, as the sky turned dark and quiet, his parents would gently tuck him into bed, pulling the blanket up and wishing him sweet dreams. But instead of drifting off, the boy would stare at the ceiling, listening to every tiny sound: the ticking clock, the whisper of the wind, and the distant hum of the world outside, wondering what he might be missing. He would imagine adventures still happening somewhere, lights still glowing, people still awake. And he did not want to miss a single moment, not even a small one. So he would turn from side to side, trying to stay awake just a little longer, even as his eyes grew heavy. Because in his mind, sleep was not something peaceful, but something that took him away from everything he loved. And as the room grew quieter and the night deepened, the little boy remained awake, holding on to the day, unsure why letting go felt so difficult. As the night grew deeper and the house became completely quiet, the little boy lay in his bed with his eyes still wide open, listening to the silence around him. But something about that silence felt different now. Not peaceful, but strangely loud, as if every small sound had become bigger than before. The ticking of the clock echoed through the room. The wind brushed softly against the window, and even the shadows on the walls seemed to move ever so slightly, making the room feel unfamiliar, almost as if it had changed the moment everyone else had fallen asleep. The boy pulled his blanket a little closer, looking around carefully, realizing that staying awake was not as exciting as he had imagined. Because without the warmth of the day and the voices of others, everything felt slower, quieter, and a little lonely. He tried to distract himself by thinking about games and adventures, but the stillness kept pulling him back, reminding him that the night was not meant to be filled with noise and movement, but with rest. And as he lay there, caught between wanting to stay awake and beginning to feel tired, the little boy started to wonder if sleep was not something to avoid, but something he might actually need. As the little boy lay there, staring into the quiet darkness, something unusual began to happen. The shadows on the walls no longer seemed empty, but soft and gentle, as if they were trying to tell a story. And the ticking of the clock, which once felt loud and distracting, now sounded slow and steady, like a calm rhythm guiding him. He noticed how the night was not trying to take anything away from him, but instead giving him something new, a peaceful space where everything slowed down, where his thoughts could rest and his body could feel light, as if the whole world had taken a deep breath. Outside the window, the moon shone softly, watching over the sleeping world, and the boy began to imagine that while he slept, new energy was quietly filling him, helping him grow stronger, helping his mind dream and explore in ways he could not while awake. And for the first time, he did not feel like he was missing out on anything, but rather like he was being invited into something calm and special, something that only the night could offer. And as his eyes grew heavier, the little boy slowly began to relax, allowing himself to drift closer to sleep. As the boy's eyes grew heavier and his breathing slowed, he felt a gentle calm settle over him, as if the night itself was softly wrapping around him like a warm blanket. And in that quiet moment, he noticed how safe everything felt. The familiar shape of his room, the soft glow of the night lamp, and the peaceful silence that no longer seemed empty, but comforting. He imagined his dreams waiting for him, like little adventures ready to begin the moment he closed his eyes. Places where he could fly, explore, and feel free without ever leaving his bed. And for the first time, sleep did not feel like something that would take him away, but something that would bring him somewhere new. His thoughts slowed, one by one, until they became soft and distant, like clouds drifting across the sky, and his body felt light, relaxed, and ready to rest. And as he gently pulled his blanket closer and closed his eyes, the little boy stopped trying to stay awake, trusting the calm of the night and allowing himself to finally let go, drifting quietly into the peaceful world of dreams. As the little boy drifted into sleep, the quiet night around him seemed to glow with a soft and peaceful magic. The room calm and still, as if everything was gently watching over him. And as he dreamed, he found himself in a beautiful world filled with light and color, where he could run freely, laugh without worry, and explore endless adventures that felt even more wonderful than the ones he had imagined while awake. Time passed quietly, and before he knew it, the first light of morning began to shine through his window, warm and gentle, filling the room with a new energy. And as the boy slowly opened his eyes, he felt something different. His body was rested, his mind was clear, and his heart felt light and happy. He stretched softly, realizing that he had not missed anything at all, but had gained something far more important, the strength and joy that only sleep could give. And as he smiled to himself, ready to begin a brand new day, he understood at last that sleep was not the end of the fun, but the beginning of everything that comes after.